It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Friday, the 5th of January. I'm Michael Groff. The main weather headline for us will be cold temperatures. The coldest weather we've had not only this winter season, but perhaps the coldest in several years. And along with that, also a possibility for some rain here on Sunday and some low elevation snow to talk about as well. Questions as to where, when, and how much precipitation there will be, how long the cold weather lasts. What about those freezing temperatures? Will you have to cover up those plants? And what about any other opportunities for precipitation? Well, we'll talk about all of it and everything else as we dive on in. But before we do that, it's Friday, so that means it's Photo Friday here, and that's where we take a look at some of the photos and or videos that you guys have submitted. And first up, David Parnell. The time last Saturday, the place is Sunny Slope High School. Beautiful day for high school sports. Basketball season continues, although actually this being played indoors, but hey, look, still a gorgeous picture there, courtesy of David, and we really do appreciate that. Now this right here, this is from James in Malibu, California. Look at that. Gorgeous, from earlier this week. And then this is from Ted in New River in his weather station there, and before he reset it on January 1st last year, he wanted you to note he had 14.59 inches of rain in New River, which is actually pretty good considering that many of us in the valley had 3 to 5 inches of rain. It was a pretty sparse year for precipitation, but there were a few spots that did pick up some locally heavy rain, and that's how it works here sometimes. Even in our monsoon, there were a few spots that really did get a good deluge, and New River, of course, gets more rain than, let's say, downtown Phoenix or Sky Harbor Airport in general anyway, being a higher terrain area. All right, and then these are from Miles in Southern California. And again, this is, where were these taken? This was around Indian Wells, looking toward the mountains there. Beautiful pictures from earlier this week this is from Wednesday, as that storm system came on through. And of course, we didn't get much rain out of that, but it did bring some wind, and you can see that cold front passing on through there. And then these are from Tyler. This is from Holbrook. Remember Tyler? He's our resident storm chaser. He's been busy pursuing his career in meteorology. We wish him the best going to the University of Oklahoma. Great to catch up with Tyler. I'll probably have a conversation with him before too long here, but I saw he sent that email. He was up in Holbrook, took a picture from Needles, and gorgeous pictures. And thanks, Tyler, and good to hear from you again. And hopefully we can get some more storm chase pictures from Tyler over time. I know he's going to be very, very busy, but we'll see. And then from North Phoenix, this is from Beth. And again, this is as the storm system was departing here, a beautiful evening the other night, and just gorgeous pictures as always from Beth and from all of you. And we appreciate each and every one of you for all of your pictures. Photo Friday, we could not do it without you. And if you want to send your photos and or videos, groffshow@gmail.com is the email address. That is groffshow@gmail.com for Photo Friday. All right, getting into it here, the almanac from yesterday, 60 degrees was all we could muster for the afternoon high after a morning low of 45, averages at 66 and 45. And as we take a look outside right now here at 10:50 a.m., we've got a few clouds right now. We're at 50 degrees at Sky Harbor. Going to be a struggle to get to 60 today. Dew points at 35, humidity 58%. It's a light wind, the barometer steady. The upper level weather pattern across the nation shows that system that came through here the other day, that's now pushing off to the east in the Plain States. And that is going to bring some big rains to the southeast U.S. and some snow as well. Now, we're in the backside of this dry northwesterly flow. That's keeping the air mass cool here. The next system is off the Pacific Northwest coast. That'll be coming in here over the weekend. Watch warning map is getting lit up. We've got, of course, the prospect of a big winter storm. That system that I showed you here, this system here that's over the southern and central plain states, that by this weekend is going to be racing up to the northeast, and it's going to bring plenty of snow from the Appalachians up to places like New York City and Boston, a wintry mess up there. Also, we've got some winter weather advisories for the Dakotas, Minnesota, back here across the west, parts of the plains, northwest Arkansas, winter weather advisory. Now, here in Arizona, we've got freeze watches and freeze warnings. Now, no freeze warning for the greater Phoenix area, but you can see parts of Maricopa County under a freeze warning, as well as portions of Pinal, Pima County. And so do keep that in mind that we are expecting to see some freezing temperatures. And again, even tonight, we're going to see some frost in the colder valley locations. So be aware of that. Convective outlook. There is a marginal risk of severe storms along the immediate Gulf Coast, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, the Florida panhandle. It's kind of a conditional threat, but there could be an isolated severe storm down there with some gusty winds, a little bit of thunder as well for the southeast. And here's the precipitation outlook valid through Friday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix generally under 1/4 of an inch. Might be lucky to get 1/10 of an inch. Another high pop, low QPF event is on its way in here, and we'll talk about what's going on with that in more detail now as we get to the models. Take a look. This is the GFS. It's the 12Z run. This is valid 5 o'clock this afternoon. There's that system racing eastward through the southern plain states toward the southeast U.S., eventually turning up toward the northeastern United States. A little wave on the back side of that, going to move through the Intermountain West and brush by the Four Corners. It's not going to impact us, but it will give us a few clouds today. So what it means down at the surface, yeah, a few clouds around for the rest of the day today. High temperatures this afternoon, though, mid to upper 50s. Chilly day, so we'll be below average again. And then with drier air tonight, mostly clear sky, we should have overnight lows dropping into the 30s for most of us. Now, it might be around 40 in the urban core, but low 30s perhaps for some of the rural areas just outside of Greater Phoenix and the higher terrain. So tomorrow morning, expect to see some areas of frost in some locations. I know people are going to be asking, should I cover my plants? Well, that depends on where you live. You live in the heart of the Greater Phoenix area, you know, Central Phoenix, downtown Phoenix, Arcadia, Biltmore, the areas I usually mention, you know, probably not. But if you're kind of on the outskirts, you're up in the Northwest Valley, perhaps you're up maybe, again, on the higher elevations. Ted up there in New River, for example, maybe want to cover up those plants. Scottsdale, Carefree, Cave Creek. Yeah, it's going to be chilly. And then tomorrow, pretty nice day ahead, though. Now, we're going to have plenty of sun around, but despite that, high temperatures may struggle to get close to 60. I'd say mid to upper 50s are likely. And that next system is looming off to the northwest, and by Sunday, that's going to descend southeastward. And again, this has been a little bit of a head-scratcher kind of system, but it is a cold upper trough. It will be lacking in moisture. It's not going to be pulling in a lot of moisture, but it is a vigorous system. It's one that has plenty of dynamics and cold air. And so you don't need a lot of moisture. It's going to wring out to whatever is there to produce showers. So showers will be likely, and they'll mainly be rain showers for us here in Phoenix. Okay, and there'll be a chance of showers in the morning, showers likely in the afternoon as this system comes on through. Again, not a lot of precipitation. A high pop, low QPF event, high probability of precipitation, low amount of rain. And Sunday is just going to be a cool, raw day because it's going to be breezy to locally windy at times with this system coming through as well. High temperatures, low, maybe mid-50s, and that's it. Now, again, could there be a snowflake for the higher terrain areas around Phoenix, the McDowells, you know, up at Four Peaks, those places, Rio Verde? Yeah, we could see a couple of snowflakes, maybe. I would not even count on that, but it is conceivable. Now, for the rest of us in the lower elevations below 3,000 or 2,500 feet, no, that's not going to happen. I did see a question on the comments yesterday if we get, maybe a convectively driven shower thunderstorm. If somehow a thunderstorm were to develop, could we get a burst of snow or graupel below that? Of course you could. We can never rule that out in a setup like this, but I don't see that happening, but it is, I guess, conceivable. But for the most part, the precipitation will be in the form of rain here. But again, a cool day, low to mid 50s. And we're going to start the day out in the upper 30s to low 40s. And again, if it's one of those mornings where it gets a little cooler than expected in the morning and these showers start up, again, you could see a couple of ice pellets coming down in the higher elevations around the Phoenix area as well, maybe in the morning. So we'll watch for that too. All right, and then as that system departs on Sunday night, And into Monday morning, another cold night. Lows upper 20s in the cool spots, low to mid 30s for the urban core. The day on Monday is chilly, upper 40s to mid 50s for the high. And then this is probably going to be the coldest night, Monday night into Tuesday morning. Widespread frost, and most places will be in the 30s. And of course, the cold spots around the valley and just outside the valley could get down as low as the mid 20s. Even at Sky Harbor, the National Blend of Models is printing out a low of 34. But other than Sky Harbor, I think most of us will be down to around or below freezing. And then the day on Tuesday is another cool day, highs mid 50s. Wednesday, mid to maybe upper 50s. And again, mostly sunny to partly cloudy sky here. And Thursday, curiously enough, the GFS has another little system clipping by here. There could be a shower or two with this. We're going to put a small chance of rain into the forecast, about a 20 to 30% chance of some passing rain showers with this. It'll still be chilly, though. Highs will stay in the mid to upper 50s. And again, overnight lows, yeah, they'll be a little bit warmer with this system coming in because of clouds, probably in the 30s to low 40s, but still real chilly. So below average temperatures will continue all of next week. This is a week from today, Friday, the 12th of January. Look at that cold trough. That is a chilly system over the Pacific Northwest. And we're going to watch the evolution of that. There's been all kinds of ideas floated by the models as to how that evolves, okay? We've shown you those on previous videos, too. This is Saturday the 13th. I mean, that is, you got sub 520 upper heights there, decameter upper heights. I mean, that's crazy. And in that configuration, that would plunge a cold front south here, and we could see some showers with that. Very interesting setup. And again, there'd be some rain shadowing in that kind of setup too. So much of Southeast California, Southwest Arizona would not see much of anything at all. Even here in South Central Arizona, we would not get much, but we could see a few showers. Okay, Topaz, thank you. She's hitting my keyboard and she wants to play the piano. All right. Every time I go to record, she's like, all right, video has gone long enough, Dad. It's time to go out. All right, and this is at the end of the forecast period, going out 10 days. This is Sunday the 14th, and how about it? We've got a very cold trough coming through the western states. Positively tilted, though, not much moisture for us. So the chance of any real meaningful precipitation, yeah, it would be there, but not a lot of rain or mountain snow. But snow elevations would be pretty low. We'd see some passing showers with that. All right. Let's take a look at rainfall for Phoenix off the GFS ensemble. This goes out through the 19th of the month. And the GFS has actually gotten a little bit more aggressive with rainfall here, a little over 3/4 of an inch. And you got a few members here over 2 inches, or a couple members over 2 inches of rain. Impressive. European, not quite so optimistic. Again, amounts have generally been between about 1/4 and 1/2 inch off this ensemble. And then just for the fun of it, just for shiggles, let's take a look at that European output for snow. 51 members, about 1/3 of them have snow in Phoenix over the next couple of weeks. Okay. All right. Does that mean it's going to snow? No, of course it does not. But, you know, we don't see that too often here in Phoenix. All right. Looking at temperatures off the national blend of models. How about it? Below average all the way through the forecast period. Many days in the 50s. Some days we'll struggle to be in the low 50s, I think, next week. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here on Monday morning, but we'll probably have an update before that. It should be necessary, perhaps Saturday or Sunday or both. So be watching for that. If you enjoy what we do here, like, subscribe, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, and suggestions. The executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, the Asian sensation and proprietor of SweetChildAZ.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona, talking about my Michelle. So check her out. Part 1 and 2 of her travel excursion, her solo adventure to the Philippines from last month, that is linked in the description below. So do check that out. Topaz got very quiet when talking about, when doing Mama's plug here. So that's good. She's biting at me. She's like, let's go. I want to play. I want to go out. So yes, we're getting to that. If you like what we do here, you want to support us monetarily, click that little thanks icon below the video here on YouTube. $2, $5, $5,000, any of it, any and all amounts are accepted, and it does help in furtherance of this channel, so we really do appreciate that. All right, you guys, please be safe, all right? And have yourselves a great Friday and a wonderful weekend.